Hey, this is Irina Shea, and this is part of our Wealth and Wisdom series. Today, we're going to talk about how to choose a healthcare representative. So, I'm going to share my screen here and let's talk about this. What is a healthcare representative? This is the person who would serve in the event of your incapacity. So, who makes your medical decisions if you are incapacitated? So, what's incapacitated? Incapacity can be sort of a slow decline, like dementia. It could be a sudden event, like an accident or a stroke. Your medical team is always going to go to you first to see cognitively, can you process treatment decisions or not? And they'll ask you even to blink once for yes, twice for no, et cetera. But these days, medical treatment decisions, particularly for elders, are very complex. And if you're not able to process that information, you're really not going to be able to make a decision. So in advance, we do what are called advance directives. Advance directives. You'll see this term. You'll also see the term healthcare proxy or living will, depending on the state. They're called different things, but basically ours in our office is all in one combined. The advance directive contains a healthcare proxy living will, and very importantly, a HIPAA waiver. That's the HIPAA privacy waiver that allows your healthcare representative to talk to your medical team. You have to pre-authorize that. So it's really important that all these pieces fit together. So let's get down to who would be an ideal healthcare representative. Okay. Normally, the choices are spouse, then adult children. You should note that it has to be one at a time, not joint. So you're going to unfortunately have to choose after spouse, child A, then child B, then child C. What are the considerations? If you have a medical person in the family, medical person in family, this could be doctor, nurse, hospital administrator, even someone in related professions, pharmacy, et cetera, or pharmaceutical, et cetera. Anyone in that world is going to be ideal. They're going to speak the language, right? Also, doctors get professional courtesy. They get on the phone with other doctors very quickly, and that's going to be important. So if you have a physician in the family, they're an ideal choice. The other is, of course, geography. Um, if something really happened and you're laid up in the hospital, I know there's telemedicine, I know there's Zoom and there's FaceTime and all of that, but local is always best. It's kind of a boots on the ground kind of a job to check in on you, to talk to you, to get the temperature of the whole situation, and to make sure you're in the right facility. If you should be transferred to another specialized hospital. There's not a lot of logistics, I'll call it, around this. Okay. So geography is important. Um, Another is the emotional temperament of of the person you're naming, of the healthcare representative. Okay. So if you're considering naming an adult child, but you know that they are highly emotionally sensitive, they are just going to crumble under the emotional weight of your illness, don't name that person. Unfortunately, you're going to need more of the tough love child potentially, or at a minimum, the child who aligns with your end of life wishes. What do I mean by that? Okay, you could have someone who's a great, capable person, but they would keep you alive forever. You know those people, right? They're never going to pull the plug, even if you're miserable laying there and it seems very obvious to the medical team and the rest of the family. If you name a healthcare agent who's just going to be emotionally stuck in the mud and unable to do a difficult thing, which is to follow your wishes, don't name them. It's just, and it's also they'll suffer, right? They'll suffer because they'll be suffering under the weight of guilt, right? So that type of person is not ideal. Okay. What else? You can also, you would complete a living will, which says under what circumstances you would not want life support. Under what circumstances no life support. So remember, you're leaving your wishes. What you're asking them to do is not substitute their judgment for yours. You're asking them to carry out your wishes. So it's really important that you complete an advance directive that has all of these elements because then you're saying, I'd be honored if you'd serve as my healthcare representative. Here are my wishes very clearly stated. Here are authorizations, HIPAA waivers that you can talk to my medical team. You're giving them all the tools they need. So ambiguity in these situations, not great. There's already a lot of gray area in medicine and judgment calls on things. So it's very important to have the right documentation in advance in case anything happened. If you would like to learn more, please go to our website at irinashea.com, click the Get Started tab. There are no charges for our initial consultations, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.